When you need to buy something big, know how much you have to spend and then get it for less. Hey you guys, it's Teresa. Thanks for joining me again on my channel for another video. Today's video is going to be a budget basics video. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about making large purchases while living on a small budget. You want to make sure that you're always thinking ahead when it comes to your finances, because that's what your budget is for. Your budget is a cushion for your finances, or it creates a cushion for your finances, and that's you thinking ahead. We've made so many money mistakes, and we are still making money mistakes. There are so many things that looking back, I'm like, man, I wish I hadn't done that. Man, I wish I could do that over. And our budget it's a practice. It's like being a physician. You know, I try something. Did that work? Oh, no, that didn't work so well. Let's try something else. Did that work out better? Okay, that's better. Let's try it. Let's keep going with that one. Let's do that one. So that's how our budget works out. And for big button issues or for big purchases, you got to make sure that it's going to work out. So try your theories on smaller things so that when you're ready to buy something bigger, you know that your theory is already working out. Right now, we own a house, which is very large, was a very large purchase, and we are still paying on it. And we have 3 vehicles, all 3 of which have been paid for in the course of our marriage. One of those vehicles Stephen owned before we got married, but it was not paid for, and we finished paying for it in our marriage. And the other 2 vehicles were bought and paid for within our marriage. Now, if you happen to be in the situation where you know you're going to purchase a house in the next, I don't know, year, start putting back something for your down payment, because just like buying a car, when you purchase a house, you want to have a sizable down payment. And with the car, we're talking about $3,000. With the house, we're talking more like 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you want to have a sizable down payment to put on the house. 1, you're going to have a lower monthly payment. 2, you're going to have less to pay off when the total picture comes together, especially if you're purchasing a home for full-blown price. If you're purchasing a $200,000 house, you want to at least be able to put like 10% down on that home. I know that that may seem like a lot, or it may or may not seem like a lot to some people. If you are looking for a home, don't become house poor. Don't max out your budget trying to keep up with the Joneses. Make sure that you have your nice house, but that you're able to make the monthly payments while you're living there. Because there is nothing worse than living somewhere or having something and having to worry about every single time you got to make a payment. Anything that is really big and it's going to take up a lot of interest, or it's going to accrue interest over the course of the time you're paying for it, go ahead and pay it off. That's my biggest tip for purchasing big things. If you can pay it off, pay it off. As long as paying it off doesn't break you, go ahead and do it. As long as you can leave a couple of $1,000s, I'll say if you can leave a $5,000 cushion in your savings or checking accounts, I don't think there's anything wrong with going ahead and paying off that car, going ahead and paying off that house, going ahead and paying off that, you know, credit card bill or your student loan bills, anything that is accruing interest and costing you more money than it's worth. I would suggest that you go ahead and pay it off. Make sure that you leave yourself enough cushion in your savings and checking accounts, and then continue to build in your savings and checking accounts. When you're trying to buy large items on a budget, you need to budget for those larger items. Don't just go and spend all of your money on a big item just because it's a big item. If you're looking to pay your house or your car or something like that off in a shorter amount of time than you have with your loan company, what you can also do is just pay a little bit more than you're supposed to pay each month. So if you have a car payment that's $200, pay like $250 or even $225 per month. And once you calculate it over time, that's going to shorten the time that you have to pay for that. We pay a little more for our mortgage every month, and by my calculations, if we continue to do that, instead of paying our house off in 30 years, we'll pay it off in 15 years. So any little bit extra that you can put towards a payment, if you're not able to go ahead and pay it off, that'll help too. So if you don't have that extra money in the bank account, or if you have the money in the bank account, but you don't have the extra cushion to go ahead and throw everything at it at one time to just get rid of the payments altogether, go ahead and tack on a little bit per month to that bill, and you won't even miss it that much. But it is going to cut way back on the amount of time you're going to have to pay for it. I really hope this was helpful for you guys. Please leave any questions or comments down below. I would love to know if this was helpful or not. And if you aren't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube family. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.